Hey there everybody, Mazrock here, and today we have some Guardian Druid changes, some tuning. We have Brewmaster tuning, Protection Paladin tuning, and a little thing going on with Vengeance Demon Hunter. There are some other DPS and heal specs that got some stuff swept around, but we're not going to be talking about that. This is a tank channel. We're going to be talking about tanks today, and we're going to be going over like how I feel about the things and all that fun stuff. Before we do get into it though, please do like, comment, subscribe. And I think this is my first video since 5K, so thank you so much everybody for helping out with the getting 5K. I honestly think at the trajectory that we're on now, I think that 6K is so doable for like Christmas, end of the year. I think we can do this, guys. Let's keep this train rolling on. There are some t-shirts, long sleeves, and hoodies for sale. Great Christmas gifts for others or yourself, if you so choose. They're up there right now. Patreon link if you wish to support me directly down below, as well as a Twitch link to watch me stream, and a Discord link if you want to join a wonderful community full of people or have questions or anything like that. Join up. So let's get into it right off the bat. There was a Bone Storm Icy Talons bug that was fixed. Whatever. Immolation Aura for Vengeance, technically with Havoc as well, but we're talking about Vengeance, now has a soft cap of 8 targets. Now, this is not going to affect most pulls, or a lot of pulls, but there are some bosses that do have a lot of adds. For example, the tree boss in Algathar's Academy has a lot of adds, so dealing reduced damage beyond 8 targets is kind of not great for them. But the average pull size for most people doing dungeons is between 4 and 7 mobs, so this isn't huge, but it does kind of suck, admittedly. After the Wildfire for Guardian Druid now heals a maximum of 5 nearby targets. This, honestly, is only going to affect Raid. Is not going to affect Mythic Plus at all. In fact, it's probably going to up Druid stonks for for Mythic Plus, actually. After the Wildfire is now affected by the Astral Influence talent, which is really, really good to hear, and fixed a couple of incorrect interactions and stuff like that. So Guardian Druids got kind of a little off-heal nerf, but also a little buff from Astral Influence. I don't know if this was like a bug fix or what they intended or how is it going, but these are nice little changes for Guardian Druid, who are in a really, really good spot right now. There are some Monk ones. We're going to get to them in a minute, but there are 2 articles for Monk that we need to talk about, so we're going to cover them all together. Protection Paladin got a series of burfs. My brain just combined buffs and nerfs together to create burfs. Really sorry about that, but they got a series of buffs and nerfs, so let's talk about that. Bulwark of Righteous Fury, the capstone, that was the Legendary Shadowlands. Bonus damage reduced to 20% was 30. Whatever, kind of sucks for AoE there, but judgment damage increased by 10%. Avenger's shield damage increased by 15%. Now, this doesn't only affect Avenger's shield, but the absorbed shield that you get off Avenger's shield, so this is really, really good. It is a slight buff in survivability and just general mitigation, and a nice damage buff to Avenger's shield. So really good to see there, good for AoE, and good for single target with the single target Avenger's shield talent. Blessed Hammer damage increased by 10%. Yeah, Blessed Hammer honestly just felt like a holy power generator. Like, it really did not seem like it was great on damage, but is what it is. Crusader's Strike increased by 10%. This is whatever. And Hammer of the Righteous increased by 10% as well. So this are kind of all of these nodes, right? Like, that's kind of, it's all the same thing. As you're going through the Protection Paladin tree, you'll have your option of Blessed Hammer or Hammer of the Righteous. If you don't put a single talent point into any single one of them, you get Crusader's Strike. So these were just all buffed by 10%. Really, really good. I like that. Good to hear. I'm happy with these changes all around. As we go down, there's some warrior changes, but it's only for Arms and Fury, so protection is fine, guys. Alright, then we're going over to Brewmaster. Storm Stout's last keg's bonus damage reduced from 20%, which was 30, which is kind of shitty, but whatever. The big one here is Charred Passion's bonus damage reduced to 50%, was 100. This is a whopper. Now, again, Brewmaster was in a really, really solid spot when it came to offensive prowess, offensive abilities. So we're going to have to see what this means with some testing. Unfortunately, there's usually no Mythic Plus testing on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. The Mythic Plus testing has been opening up on Thursdays, but Dragonflight is less than a week away. So we're going to have to get on there quickly on Thursday and test this out for Monk. Although I think their damage will still be fine. This kind of hurts that playstyle a lot, which is really, really fun. But when I first initially looked at this, I was like, no self-sustain buffs? Really? That kind of is not fun. Like, really? But then we have these undocumented ones. I know, I'm just debating y'all today. So with the specialization, the Gift of the Ox. When you take damage, you have a chance to summon a healing sphere visible only to you. Moving through this healing sphere heals you for, was 150% attack power, is now 240% attack power. Really, it's something, right? It's good, it's not bad. Pretense of Instability. After activating Purifying Brew or Celestial Brew grants you dodge. This was 10%, is now 15%, was 3, is now 5 seconds. So this is not bad. Honestly, I feel like they could still use it a little bit more, but whatever. Celestial Brew as well gets a small attack absorbing an attack power. This is going to end up being a lot more than what these little numbers kind of seem, and it's obviously scaled by versatility. So with the way that Celestial Brew works, this is actually a fairly big increase, right? Because if you look at from what this little 6 was up to 8.4, it's like a 25% buff. So, because Celestial Brew was, I have to say, was feeling pretty terrible. Not that it was feeling pretty terrible, but like the amount that Celestial Brew would absorb on live in Season 3 and 4 before pre-patch versus what it is in Dragonflight Beta, it did feel like it was a smaller, like a kind of a pruned version of its former self. I'm really hoping that this is enough. I would have liked to see some sort of Expel Harm, Vivify buff. Nothing to make them like BDK crazy, but right now, unless you're using like a whole stacked Expel Harm, it really doesn't feel like it's doing anywhere near as much as it should. So I would have liked to see something like that. Not anything to make them insane, but something to just give them that little bump up. How I'm feeling about Brewmaster now, I really think that this shows that Blizzard is aware that self-sustain is an issue for Brewmaster, right? They know this, they see it, they're doing something about it, but it also tells me that they're being very cautious to not create an absolute monster, which is probably the better way to go about it, because you still have some tinkering time to kind of work, although a lot of people are choosing mains, so we're getting really to that end. But tank mains tend to have all tank specs leveled up, so we'll see how that one works. But yeah, so nice self-sustain buffs for Brewmaster. I don't think this is going to be fully game-changing for them, but it tells me that they're on the radar, and we can expect something coming. I am expecting a small attack power value increase to Vivify and Expel Harm. Nothing to make them absolutely crazy, but something to make them better. But yeah, so that is it for now. I will update you on anything else coming. Thank you very much for leveling. My dog for staying until the end. My dog says the same thing. He's happy to have you guys here with me. Thank you to my patrons for allowing videos like this to happen. Have yourself a good day and happy tanking, guys.